Seniors, please do this before bed or your muscles will keep disappearing. In 2021, a team of researchers, led by Felipe M. de Santana at the University of São Paulo, published a large meta-analysis in experimental gerontology. They reviewed data from over 10,000 older adults and found something startling. People with lower appendicular muscle mass, the muscles in your arms and legs, faced a significantly higher risk of early death. Regardless of how strong they felt, their conclusion was clear. Even if you feel okay today, losing too much muscle silently increases your risk over time. But there's something you can do, starting tonight. In this video, you'll discover 6 simple foods that can nourish and protect your muscles while you sleep. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It's the easiest way to support this channel and help more older adults stay strong, steady, and independent for years to come. All the insights we share today are based on research from trusted sources. You'll find every reference listed in the video description below. So, let's start with the first one. It's probably sitting in your fridge right now, and you've never thought of it as muscle food. Greek yogurt, the forgotten night protein. Most people leave yogurt for breakfast, but by night, your muscles are hungry, and that's when yogurt becomes medicine. Here's what most folks don't realize. When you sleep, your body isn't resting. It's repairing. Every night, your system goes into a quiet war, trying to rebuild muscle, restore tissues, and reset your strength for tomorrow. But if there's no fuel in the bloodstream, your body takes what it needs from you, breaking down muscle to get amino acids. Greek yogurt stops that spiral. Its secret is casein, a slow-digesting protein that releases nutrients little by little, hour after hour, like a drip hose into dry soil. Instead of one quick flood like meat or whey gives, it provides a steady trickle of amino acids through the night, exactly when your muscles are doing their deepest repair work. That's what helps you wake up stronger instead of weaker. We didn't always understand this, but in 2019, a research team from McMaster University, led by Tavares, Babic, and Phillips, ran a 12-week study on older men who weren't exercising regularly. One group ate Icelandic yogurt every day while doing light resistance training. The other group trained too, but didn't get the yogurt, and the results were clear. The yogurt group built more muscle, had stronger legs, and even improved walking strength, all from adding one food. Then, in 2023, a second study from the University of Limerick, published in Nutrients by Hughes and colleagues, tested how Greek yogurt compares to milk when eaten before bed. Both groups showed muscle repair overnight, but the yogurt group sometimes did better, not just because of the casein, but because Greek yogurt comes with built-in extras: calcium for bones, probiotics for gut health, and tryptophan, a natural amino acid that supports deeper, steadier sleep. In other words, it wasn't just fuel, it was full-body recovery in a bowl. The good news, Greek yogurt doesn't just stop the loss, it brings reinforcements. But there's something else that makes Greek yogurt quietly powerful, something that most protein powders completely miss: it's alive. Unlike powders that are stripped, processed, and shelf-stable for years, real Greek yogurt still carries active probiotics, friendly bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium that don't just help your digestion, but also calm down the silent inflammation that eats away at your muscles as you age. A 2022 review by Ruiz Ojeda and colleagues in Frontiers in Nutrition showed that regularly eating probiotic-rich dairy, like plain Greek yogurt, helped reduce pro-inflammatory markers in older adults. These markers, often invisible on the outside, quietly weaken your muscle tissue, your joints, even your energy. And while yogurt may not feel like medicine, that gentle effect, day after day, adds up to real protection. So when you eat Greek yogurt at night, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're also softening the background noise of inflammation, strengthening your gut, and quietly giving your body one less battle to fight tomorrow. Scoop out half a cup of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt, preferably full fat. Eat it 30 to 60 minutes before bed. You can add a sprinkle of cinnamon or crushed walnuts if you like, but skip the sugary fruit blends. What matters most is the habit: not the flavor. Because Greek yogurt isn't just food, it's a night shift worker for your muscles. Quiet, steady, and always on time. And after 60, that's exactly what your body needs. Now we continue with the second food, cottage cheese. The double muscle trick. If Greek yogurt is the gentle night shift worker, then cottage cheese is the slow craftsman. Its superpower, casein, the kind of protein that doesn't rush in, but releases little by little, hour by hour, while you sleep. But unlike yogurt or milk, cottage cheese holds on to larger casein curds. These clots take longer to digest, making it one of the slowest proteins to absorb, and that's exactly what your aging muscles crave. It's like giving your body a slow IV drip of strength, keeping your muscles from cannibalizing themselves overnight. This isn't just theory. In 2021, a group of researchers led by Masoni in the journal Nutrients explored how nighttime protein, specifically slow-digesting kinds like casein, impacted muscle repair in older adults. They found that when seniors consumed casein-rich food like cottage cheese within 2 hours after light evening exercise, overnight muscle protein synthesis significantly improved. That means more repair, more preservation, and less of that shrinking feeling in the morning. But what makes cottage cheese stand apart from other casein sources is what comes with it, especially for people over 60. For one, it's naturally rich in vitamin B12, a nutrient that becomes harder to absorb with age. Low B12 doesn't just mean fatigue. It can lead to memory lapses, balance issues, even numb hands or tingling feet. Just half a cup of full-fat cottage cheese gives nearly 20% of your daily B12 in a form that's easier for older guts to absorb, especially at night, when digestion slows and nutrients compete. And there's more. In a 2022 scientific review from the Altai Federal Agrobiotech Center, Russian researchers, like Mayarov and colleagues, explored how probiotic-enhanced cottage cheese, using traditional lactic acid fermentation, may reduce chronic inflammation, boost gut health, and help the body absorb calcium more effectively. That's no small detail, especially since cottage cheese also offers a nearly ideal calcium to phosphorus ratio for strong bones, something not all dairy products can claim. If you're over 60 and want to sleep deeper and stay stronger, here's a gentle, nightly habit to try. About 30 to 60 minutes before bed, scoop out half a cup of full-fat, unsweetened cottage cheese. Not the kind with syrupy fruit or added sugar, just clean, natural protein. You can top it with a slice of kiwi or a few crushed walnuts if you like. But even on its own, that simple bowl can do wonders. While you sleep, it slowly fuels your muscles, helping your body quietly rebuild what the years have worn thin. Next, let's move on to the third food, whole eggs. Choline for nerves and strength. One whole egg, eaten at the right time, can quietly trigger the kind of deep overnight muscle repair that most seniors have given up hoping for. The secret isn't just the protein, it's the orchestra of nutrients inside the yolk, each playing a role in restoring what age tries to take away. There's leucine, an amino acid that wakes up muscle tissue, choline, the quiet brain supporter, that also keeps your nerves firing strong, and lutein, a golden antioxidant that reduces low-grade inflammation throughout the body. These compounds are fat-soluble. They need the yolk's natural fat to be absorbed. That's why egg whites alone can't do the job. Nature never meant them to work alone. And when you eat a whole egg at night, the timing is just right. During sleep, your body shifts into deep repair mode. A 2021 clinical study published in the International Journal of Sport Nutrition and Exercise Metabolism, led by Luc J.C. Van Vliet, showed that older men who ate whole eggs after exercise gained significantly more muscle protein than those who only ate egg whites. Even when both groups consumed the same amount of protein, the researchers found it wasn't just the protein that mattered, it was the additional compounds in the yolk, the vitamins, fats, and phospholipids that acted like switches, turning on the body's repair systems. Another layer to the story comes from a 2022 review in Nutrients by De Silva and colleagues. They emphasized how choline, abundant in egg yolks, goes far beyond memory support. It helps reduce chronic inflammation and improves nerve signaling between the brain and muscles. This matters because, as we age, our nervous system loses some of its sharpness, and without strong signals, even the best muscles can't work well. But the benefits of whole eggs don't stop at muscles and nerves. Inside the yolk are two rare nutrients, lutein and zeaxanthin, that protect aging eyes from macular degeneration. A 2022 article in Foods confirmed that these compounds are absorbed twice as efficiently from eggs than from vegetables or supplements. Why? Because the fat in the yolk acts like a carrier, helping them reach your bloodstream quickly and effectively. And here's one more myth to clear up. Cholesterol. Many older adults still worry about it. But modern research, including evidence reviewed in the Nutrients Journal, shows that eating 1 or 2 whole eggs per day does not raise harmful cholesterol levels in healthy seniors. In fact, the phospholipids in eggs may actually improve how your body handles cholesterol overall. So, what's the best way to use this small but mighty food? Try boiling 1 or 2 whole eggs and enjoying them an hour or so before bed. No need for toast or bacon. Just let the egg do its work. That combination of protein, healthy fat, and muscle-activating nutrients arrives right when your body needs them most. Sometimes, what's simple is what works. 1 egg, 1 quiet moment, and a little more strength when you wake up tomorrow. And today's fourth food is actually a combination of tart cherry and whey protein. There is a surprising part. Nighttime may be our body's best window for healing. That's when tart cherry and whey protein step in. Quietly, powerfully, while we sleep. Let's unpack how this works. Tart cherries may be small, but they're mighty when it comes to fighting the hidden fires of aging. These red fruits are packed with anthocyanins, natural pigments that help cool down chronic inflammation. This kind of inflammaging is what silently damages our joints, muscles, and even our memory as we grow older. A 2021 review by Dr. Safia Mansour and colleagues at the University of Oklahoma revealed how tart cherry juice reduced inflammatory markers like IL-6 and TNF-alpha and helped regulate the NF-kappa B pathway, a major switch that controls our body's inflammation levels. In simple terms, tart cherries don't just ease symptoms, they go upstream and quiet the source of the trouble. Now here's where whey protein enters the story. Unlike plant protein, whey is absorbed fast and is rich in leucine, a key amino acid that acts like an on switch for muscle building. But as we age, our muscles don't respond as strongly to small doses of protein. That's why we need a bit more, and at the right time. And that time, surprisingly, is evening. Our body turns on its repair systems at night. If we supply the right fuel, high-quality whey protein, we support those repairs in real time. In a 2020 clinical study by Drs. Chi-Chien Lin and his team in Taiwan, sarcopenic elders who received a whey protein supplement enriched with leucine and vitamin D for 12 weeks showed notable improvements in gait speed and preserved more muscle mass than those relying on food alone. So when you pair tart cherry juice and whey before bed, you're doing something quite elegant, calming inflammation and feeding your muscles, all in sync with your body's natural rhythm. And the magic doesn't stop with muscles. In the same 2021 review, researchers noted tart cherry's impact on lowering blood pressure, supporting heart health, and easing markers tied to metabolic syndrome, a condition many seniors face. Whey protein also supports your immune system, stabilizes blood sugar, and helps keep frailty at bay. So how do you use this? Safely and simply. About 30 minutes before bed, try mixing 20 grams of whey protein into water or a light milk like almond or oat, and sip it alongside half a cup of pure tart cherry juice. Ideally, the Montmorency variety. If liquids at night bother you, shift this routine to earlier in the evening, around 8 p.m. Just remember to choose a clean, third-party tested whey protein, ideally one enriched with leucine and vitamin D, and avoid cherry juices with added sugars. This isn't just a bedtime snack, it's a quiet act of healing. Food number 5. Quinoa. Quinoa isn't new. This ancient seed was cultivated by the Incas over 7,000 years ago in the high Andes biome where oxygen is thin, and endurance is key to survival. But only recently have scientists begun to uncover why quinoa may be uniquely suited to help older adults, especially when it comes to tired muscles, slow recovery, and energy crashes. A 2025 study by Yuanrong Tuo and colleagues published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry explored quinoa's effects on fatigue in aging mice. They focused on quinoa protein Q-Pro and its hydrolysate QPH, a broken down, easily absorbed form. After 4 weeks of supplementation, the mice swam significantly longer before exhaustion. But more importantly, their bodies showed signs of deeper resilience, higher glycogen reserves in muscles and liver, lower markers of fatigue like lactic acid, and stronger antioxidant defenses via the NRF2HO1 pathway. The mitochondria, our cellular engines, work better, and inflammation markers like IL-6 and TNF-alpha were reduced. This isn't just about mice. These biological systems are the same ones that weaken with age in humans. Low energy, weak recovery, chronic inflammation, and muscle loss. How quinoa helps aging muscles rebuild. Unlike many plant foods, quinoa contains a complete set of essential amino acids, including leucine, which is key for stimulating muscle protein synthesis. In a 2021 review by Ng et al., published in Food Frontiers, researchers highlighted that quinoa peptides support muscle function by reducing exercise-induced inflammation and supporting muscle regeneration. They also noted its high content of arginine, which helps with blood flow, and glutamic acid, which nourishes muscle tissue. This matters because, as we age, even a small deficiency in essential amino acids can slow down our body's ability to repair after simple exertion like gardening or climbing stairs. That's why quinoa can be thought of not just as food, but as a muscle-supporting ally for daily life. But quinoa isn't just protein. It's also packed with flavonoids like quercetin and kaempferol, natural compounds that quietly protect our cells from damage. A 2021 paper in Clinical Nutrition emphasized that these compounds help lower chronic inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which play major roles in fatigue and muscle decline in older adults. Unlike protein, these don't build muscle directly, but they make the environment inside your body more favorable for strength, endurance, and recovery. So, while the proteins in quinoa are like bricks for your muscles, the flavonoids are like the maintenance crew, constantly reducing rust and wear. That's why quinoa supports both the builders and the defenders of aging muscle. How to use quinoa effectively after 60. Quinoa is remarkably easy to add to your diet. Try 1 part 2 to 1 cup of cooked quinoa per day. In soup, stews, salads, or even breakfast bowls. If fatigue is your main concern, pair quinoa with a bit of healthy fat, like olive oil or avocado, which can help absorption of its antioxidants. To support muscle, make sure you're meeting your daily protein goals, about 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kilogram of body weight for older adults. That might mean combining quinoa with other proteins like eggs, fish, or legume. That's the quiet power of quinoa. Have you tried it recently? And the final food, milk. Not many foods can boast the quiet strength of milk, a simple glass, yet inside it lies a dual engine, casein and whey, that work together like a day and night shift for your aging muscles. In the slower hours of the evening, casein takes the lead. It digests slowly, like a steady drip of nourishment while you sleep. In a study by Moffin and colleagues published in Trends in Food Science and Technology 2022, researchers found that casein curds in the stomach, a kind of natural time-release formula, help deliver amino acids to muscles over several hours. For older adults, this is critical. Overnight is often when our muscles are most vulnerable to breakdown, especially if we're already losing mass due to age. Casein steps in like a silent night watchman, not flashy, but dependable, preserving strength when we're at rest. But in the hustle of daytime recovery, speed matters. That's when whey protein kicks in. According to Gilmartin and colleagues in their 2023 review in Food Hydrocolloids, whey is rapidly digested and floods the bloodstream with leucine and other key amino acids, exactly what muscles crave after activity. It stimulates muscle protein synthesis almost immediately, acting like a morning repair crew for your body. And there's more. Milk doesn't just help with muscle, it also helps you bounce back from fatigue. In a systematic review led by Loureiro et al., 2021 in the Strength and Conditioning Journal, 9 separate trials confirmed that milk-based beverages, especially chocolate milk, replenished glycogen stores and improved endurance just as effectively as commercial recovery drinks. For seniors who enjoy walking, gardening, or physical therapy, that's a meaningful edge, a gentle way to refuel without processed powders or supplements. But there's one concern many older adults still wonder about. Is milk really safe to drink? The short answer is yes, especially when it comes from a good source. In 2021, a team of scientists, led by Dirtica Bojic-Luburic, found that some milk can contain tiny traces of pain relief drugs, NSAIDs, used to treat sick cows. These amounts are extremely small and usually well within safety limits, but to be safe, it's best to choose milk from trusted brands, especially organic or hormone-free options. That way, you give your body the nourishment it needs, without any unwanted extras. So, how should you use milk wisely? At night, about 30 minutes before bed, try half a glass of warm milk. Sip slowly. Let the casein work quietly as you sleep, feeding tired muscles through the long night. If you're active during the day or doing any resistance exercise, I have one more piece of advice. You in the morning. Blend a smoothie with milk and fruit. This gives you both whey protein for fast recovery and natural carbs to refuel muscles. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope today's journey through these powerful foods has sparked a new sense of confidence and care for your body. Remember, aging may be natural, but decline is not inevitable. Every small choice matters. Keep nourishing yourself with love, knowledge, and kindness. If this video helped you, feel free to share it with a friend or loved one. Wishing you steady steps, strong muscles, and a heart full of joy. Thank you for watching.